Alright, first off, this is gonna be a long video. If you believe that an animal has been skinned alive for its fur, I'm sorry, but you have fallen for some really terrible propaganda. This is not your fault. This was by design. I want you to go ahead and think like a business, like a fur farm specifically. I personally can't think of a single reason why you would skin an animal alive, but I can think of plenty of reasons why you wouldn't. So let's start small. First off, employee safety. If you're working with an animal that is actively struggling against you, trust me, I worked with monkeys, I think I know what I'm talking about, there is a high risk for injury, and that means that your employee could be completely permanently disabled from an injury, if not temporarily disabled and unable to finish pelting for the season. That means that they're not going to be able to work for you to get the work done to make money. So speaking of money, let's talk about the realities of how much you're going to make. I know that when it comes to foxes, it takes an entire year before they're able to be pelted out. In other words, when they're going to be making you money. That means you're raising this animal for an entire year without it making you any profit, only expenses. An animal that is stressed out in any point of its life is going to lose a lot of fur. An animal that loses too much fur is no longer worth anything on the market. One thing a lot of people don't know is a bruised animal will shed chunks of fur. This is called slipping, where entire clumps will come out, rendering the fur basically worthless. The fur trade is very competitive. You also don't want to skin an animal too soon after it's killed because the body is still warm. Again, this leads to slipping, or masses of fur falling out in chunks. So yes, it's actually advantageous to let the body cool first. Not to mention time. It's going to take you a lot more time to skin an animal that is actively struggling against you versus one that is passed away. Skinning is a lot of work. You don't have that kind of time to just spare on struggling with an animal for literally no reason. Unaliving them takes actual seconds. So quick recap, skinning alive leaves you with the worst product that takes longer to get and is more risky. Where did these rumors come from? I'm not trying to say that there aren't bad fur farms out there. Clearly, they do exist. Unfortunately, these myths mostly started with animal rights organizations. And it's gotten to the point where even PETA themselves are now saying that, oh, this isn't industry standard. AKA, this doesn't actually happen unless somebody has something wrong and needs some mental health badly. It all started with a video of a seal shown being clubbed and then skinned alive, then moved on to a video of a tanuki being skinned alive and a fox almost being skinned alive until the person gave up. And now I've seen a lot of ones of rabbits being misrepresented that they're actually alive when they're not. And I'm speaking from a place of experience. I raise meat rabbits. Trust me, those rabbits aren't alive. Animal rights activists unfortunately don't mind staging things proven in courts of law to get you on their side.